Welcome, gentle listener, to Sleepy Facts, a quiet corner of the evening where curiosity softens and learning moves at the rhythm of breath. Let your body find its stillness. Let your thoughts slow to the pace of fur and heartbeat. Tonight, we follow a creature who has long known what it means to rest, the silent guardian of dreams, the keeper of calm between waking and sleep. The world outside hushes. Windows fade to silver clocks. Breathe softly, and the streets grow empty, except for a glimmer of movement. A cat stepping through the hush as if it were a song it once knew. Each paw lands without sound. Each motion seems remembered from another lifetime, a memory passed down through dust and moonlight. It moves not to arrive, but to listen to the pulse of night, to the small language of air and distance. In that stillness, its body becomes the shape of grace. 230 bones bound by silence. Every joint, every fiber tuned for motion without noise. Muscles ripple under fur like ripples under water. The tail writes slow sentences into the dark, and the air itself bends to watch. Inside those golden eyes, light gathers, then releases the day, dissolving the night, learning to breathe again. When the cat pauses, time follows. Its breath is shallow, its mind alert but soft. The ears turn delicately, 32 tiny muscles conducting a symphony of awareness. They catch the faint rustle of leaves, the hum of a refrigerator 3 rooms away, the heartbeat of something dreaming nearby. Nothing escapes this orchestra of sense. Even the air has weight and contour to them. They read the unseen the way we read light. The night to a cat is not darkness, but clarity. Their eyes are built for twilight pupils, widening into deep black pools that drink the smallest spark. Behind them, a mirror of cells reflects what little light remains. Scientists call it tapetum lucidum, a shining carpet at the back of the eye. Poets might call it a secret sun that never goes out. Through it, the cat moves with a kind of ancient certainty, a confidence born from knowing the dark is not an enemy. Now, the body lowers. The paws fold beneath the chest. The tail curves around like a whisper closing a circle. Sleep approaches slowly as if asking permission. The cat accepts. Its muscles loosen. Its breathing slows to a rhythm softer than rain. A flicker passes under the eyelids, a memory perhaps of a field, a chase, a distant warmth. Even in dreams, cats remain half awake, guardians of their own peace. Most creatures must surrender fully to rest. Cats do not surrender. They drift. They balance between 2 worlds, awake enough to hear a door open, asleep enough to forget the need to move. This is the art of their sleep, a series of gentle descents, NREM to REM, shallow to deep, like waves, touching shore and returning again. Inside that quiet body, remarkable things happen. The heart slows, warmth pools in the chest, energy begins to gather instead of fade. The brain hums with gentle pulses, small patterns of restoration and renewal. If we could see it, it would look like a lantern glowing from within. The purr begins low, rhythmic, resonant, between 25 and 150 hertz. The same frequencies used by machines that heal broken bone. The sound fills the room not as noise, but as vibration. It steadies the heart. It teaches silence how to hum. The cat dreams now. The whiskers tremble. The paws twitch. Perhaps it is chasing something made of light. Perhaps it is simply remembering the feel of a sunbeam on fur. Dreams for cats are not escapes. They are continuations. Even sleep cannot separate them from the world they love. It only softens the edges. Some nights, they will sleep near their humans. Not too close, not too far, just enough to share a warmth that needs no words. Their rest adjusts to our rhythm. When we rise earlier, they stir sooner. When we stay still, they sink deeper into sleep beside us. It is a quiet companionship, a way of saying you are safe now. I am here. The cat sleeps through half the day and half the night. 70% of life given to stillness, and yet nothing about it feels wasted. Rest to them is not absence, but presence, a way of being fully inside the moment, so complete that movement itself feels unnecessary. They remind us that peace is not something to chase. It is something to rest within, like fur against sunlight, like breathing beside another living thing and realizing you are both at ease. The purr deepens, fades, then begins again. Light shifts across the walls. Dawn waits somewhere far away. The cat sleeps on, unhurried, a small universe folded into fur, teaching the world how to pause. The air thickens with early quiet. Light seeps in through the edges of curtains, soft and gold. The cat stirs, but only slightly. One paw stretches, one ear turns. It is the kind of waking that does not leave sleep behind, but carries it forward like a scent that clings to fur. In this half-waking, they move with perfect calm. Each step seems to remember its own destination. No haste, no noise, only the rustle of air displaced by whiskers. The pads of their paws absorb sound, the way velvet swallows light. They pass between shadows as if crossing a thought. Sometimes they pause and listen to what we cannot hear. the vibration of pipes beneath the floor, the slow ticking of the refrigerator, the invisible flutter of something winged outside. Their world is wider than ours and quieter too. It is made of tremors and frequencies of whispers too soft for language. When they turn their gaze toward us, it feels ancient. Those eyes hold the color of dawn and dusk together. Some say cats see through us. Others believe they see around us, watching both the world and the memory of it at once. Perhaps that is why they seem to know when we are sad or still or in need of silence. They approach not with words, but with presence, the soft brush of fur against an ankle, the gentle weight of a body settling near. In that gesture lives trust and a quiet kind of affection. To them, closeness is not about touch, but proximity of peace. If you blink slowly, they blink back a conversation older than speech, a dialogue of stillness and calm. When they purr beside you, it is both comfort and communication. That vibration moves through air and bone alike, resonating in the frequency of rest. Scientists call it self-healing, a way to mend muscle, to knit tissue and soothe pain. But perhaps it is more a sound that says, I am safe, therefore so are you. There is something sacred in their independence. They do not seek constant approval, nor bend themselves to please. They love as the wind does, by being nearby, moving freely and returning without demand. Their loyalty is quiet, chosen again each day. Watch a cat choose a place to sleep. It circles once, twice, testing the softness, sensing temperature and scent. It settles where warmth lingers on a book left open, a folded sweater, the faint heat of a laptop. To us, these seem like random perches. To them, each is a study in comfort, a perfect alignment of texture, scent, and safety. They often rest where we have been, where our scent remains. It is their way of being near without asking for closeness. Even in solitude, they stay connected, a quiet thread between two hearts that do not need to speak. In the old world, this bond was seen as sacred. In Egypt, cats were companions of divinity. Their likeness carved into gold, their eyes painted to guard against evil dreams. Temples honored Bastet, the gentle goddess of protection. People believed her spirit lived in the stillness of every feline gaze. To harm a cat was to disturb harmony itself. Across the seas in Japan, another legend curled into being, Maneki Neko, the beckoning cat paw raised toward prosperity. One gesture, endlessly patient, inviting good fortune through the door. Even now, the small statues sit in windows, half smile, half blessing, watching the world pass with eternal composure. And then, in stories of Europe, the cat turned to shadow, a companion of witches, misunderstood by fear. Mysterious, nocturnal, self-possessed, they frightened what they could not explain. But even then, they survived as symbols always do, slipping through centuries with unbroken grace. When the fear faded, what remained was wonder. Meo den once omen became charm again, a whisper of luck crossing one's path. Artists have long tried to capture that balance. Baudelaire saw in them a reflection of elegance and secrecy. Murakami found in them the bridge between worlds. The Cheshire Cat smiled from a vanishing dream. T.S. Eliot wrote of their practical wisdom and midnight dances. Each artist, in some quiet way, recognized the same truth, that cats belong to both the seen and the unseen, to reality and reverie alike. To watch a cat is to study serenity itself. They stretch with the ease of water, meeting short-turn corners like drifting smoke. Their lives move at the tempo of the moment. No regret for what is past. No anxiety for what comes next. Every nap is complete. Every breath enough. If we listen, perhaps we can learn from their rhythm. That rest is not a pause from living, but a way of living deeply. That the body heals when the heart allows stillness. That gentleness is not weakness, but a kind of quiet strength. The cat curls again, a circle of warmth within the growing dawn. Light touches fur, and fur reflects light, back like silk. The day resumes its noise beyond the window, but here, peace lingers. A soft vibration hums through the room, the echo of a creature who never truly wakes, only drifts between this world and the dream beside it. The morning widens slowly, and the room fills with the hush of first light. The cat stretches, not abruptly, but like a ripple passing through a lake. One paw extends claws, unfurling the spine arcs, and lengthens. Then everything softens again into stillness. The gesture is small, but it contains something complete, the entire art of awakening without rush. There is a patience to their mornings. While we hurry toward lists and clocks, they return first to the body, a yawn, a blink, a moment of balance. Then they move toward warmth, following sunlight, the way flowers do. Wherever the light touches the floor, the cat will find it, curl into it, and let the day begin from there. For them, every day is a conversation with comfort. Their rhythm has not changed for thousands of years. Long before cities and walls, they were quiet hunters among tall grasses, creatures of shadow and precision. Even now, that wildness hums beneath domestic calm. A whisper of the savannah remembered in every leap, a flicker of ancient focus behind every lazy gaze. They have not forgotten who they were. They have only learned to rest beside us. When a cat walks through the house, the air seems to part for it. There is grace in each motion, but it is a grace born from function, not show. A body designed for silence, for balance, so fine that even falling becomes flight. The writing reflex, that instinctive twist mid-air, is more than survival. It is trust in motion itself. To see it is to realize how deeply life remembers how to land. They are observers by nature. From high shelves, windowsills, folded blankets they watch. Not as judges, not as thinkers, but as witnesses to everything that moves. Their stillness is not emptiness. It is attention, pure and complete. In that gaze lies a kind of meditation. They remind us that to notice is already to belong. When they close their eyes again, they do not escape the world. They enter it differently. Dreams for them are continuations, not departures. Some nights, they chase shapes of wind. Other nights, they wander through memory of soft hands, of the echo of bells of rooms warm with sleep and breathing. Their minds weave stories without words, stitched together from scent and heartbeat. Sleep for a cat is an act of harmony. It is how they align with life rather than withdraw from it. Their body cools slightly. Their heart slows into rhythm with the room. They dissolve into the air like mist. Hours later, when they wake, it is as if they were never gone, only translated for a while into quiet. Humans have always felt something mystical in that quiet. In many homes, a sleeping cat is treated as a blessing, proof that peace has chosen to linger. In temples, they were guardians of balance. In paintings, symbols of sensual calm. To see a cat at rest is to see serenity made visible. There is a wordless wisdom in their independence. They do not hurry to forgive, yet they rarely hold grudges. They leave when they must return when they wish. Their affection, when given, feels deliberate, as if they have measured the world and found this moment worthy of softness. It teaches us something about love that is unowned love, that is quiet, patient, and free. The cat becomes a mirror for stillness. We learn from it, without instruction, how to move gently through spaces, how to pause without guilt, how to let light and warmth be enough reason to stay. In a restless world, they are constellations of composure, shining faintly in living rooms and alleyways, reminding us that silence too can be a home. Sometimes at dusk, when the house has quieted again, the cat will sit by the window, watching the day dissolve into reflection. Outside, the wind turns over leaves. Inside, the air holds the scent of evening. You can almost feel the two worlds meeting, the wild and the domestic, the ancient and the familiar breathing through one small creature's calm. And then comes night, and with it, the slow blooming of their true hour. While we sink into dreams, cats rise into motion silent and silver. They walk along fences' rooftops and moonlight's edges, as if returning to something sacred. Their paws trace old paths. Their eyes catch starlight and carry it home. For them, the night is not the opposite of rest. It is another kind of stillness, a moving meditation, a prayer written in footsteps. Back inside, the human world sleeps. But in a quiet corner, a cat curls again, the night folded around it like a soft blanket. The same hum returns, steady, ancient. If you listen closely, you might hear your own heartbeat echoing in its rhythm. For a moment, there is no separation between species, between you and the creature that watches over your dreams. Only calm, only breath, only the music of rest, continuing quietly through fur and air. The night deepens, and the house forgets to make sound. Outside, the streetlight hums faintly, a small sun for wanderers of the dark. Inside, the world shrinks to a room, a heartbeat, a presence curled in the corner. The cat sleeps again, but not completely. Even in rest, the ears move. The tail twitches once, then settles. Every part of it listens, not for danger, but for the gentle rhythm of existence itself. Somewhere in that half-dream, it remembers a time before walls, a sky without ceiling grass, cold beneath its feet, a life guided by moonlight and scent. In that world, it was a whisper between predator and prey, a watcher of insects, a singer in silence. That memory still lives in the small movements of its sleep. A paw flexing a whisker, trembling, a breath drawn as if to leap into something unseen. And yet, this new world has become home. The hum of machines, the warmth of lamps, the voice that calls softly from another room. All of it has become part of its map of safety. Cats learn it to live beside humans, not by obedience, but by quiet understanding. They came near because the fires were warm, the granaries full, the nights less lonely. They stayed because they found the same thing. We seek comfort and the sound of another breathing near. When the cat dreams beside you, you become part of that ancient pact. For thousands of years, two species have slept side by side, one guarding one, learning from the other. Perhaps that is why we find their presence so calming. Their stillness speaks the language our own bodies remember but have forgotten how to use. They remind us that rest is not earned, but returned to the way rivers return to the sea, the way light returns to morning. Listen closely to the sound of their purr. It fills the room with invisible ripples, low and steady as a tide beneath the surface. Each vibration travels through air, through floorboards, through your own chest. You may feel it before you hear it, a resonance that steadies thought, that makes silence feel alive. This is how they heal, not only themselves, but everything near enough to listen. To scientists, it is a marvel of biology. To dreamers, it is the music of peace. Between those two truths lies the essence of the cat, the place where fact becomes feeling. Maybe that is why so many myths paint them as messengers between worlds. They do not choose one reality. They walk quietly between them all. In the candlelight of history, they have taken many shapes. Egypt's temples held them as guardians, their images carved with reverence and gold. In Japan, they waved prosperity through open doors. In Europe, they wandered through superstition and emerged with their mystery intact. No story could contain them for long. They are both the symbol and the silence inside it. Painters have tried to capture the curve of their repose, that perfect spiral of body and calm. Writers, too, have followed them into the dream. Baudelaire saw poetry in their eyes. T.S. Eliot gave them names and midnight wisdom. Murakami let them cross from one world to another without sound. Each creation is an echo of the same truth. To understand a cat is to listen beyond words. The cat in the corner shifts again. The lamp flickers. For a heartbeat, its eyes open twin moons, catching the dim light. Then they close, unhurried, as if even seeing were optional. The room exhales. Time slows until there is only rhythm, the breath, the purr, the almost silence between them. If peace had a shape, it might look like this: a living creature, resting in perfect trust. No fear, no haste, only belonging. To watch such stillness is to remember something essential, that existence itself asks nothing more of us than to breathe and be. The cat sleeps on. Its fur moves with each quiet inhale, its warmth, a small sun in the cooling air. Outside, the sky lightens faintly blue at the edges. Morning is near, though neither of you rush to meet it. You stay together in that shared hush, human and animal, dreamer and dream. In the space between night and day, you understand each other without sound. You rest as it does, in the gentle certainty that life continues softly, even when nothing moves. The world will wake soon, but for now, it is enough to listen to the low hum of serenity, to the quiet heart that never stops teaching stillness. The cat curls tighter, and the universe folds with it, smaller, safer, perfectly at peace. The room holds a patient hush, and the cat speaks in its quieter language. Not words, but eyelids lowering like dusk over a lake. The slow blink is a bridge trust laid gently between two shores. You answer with your own slow blink, and the space changes as if the air itself softened and decided to stay. The tale is a sentence that doesn't need ink, raised like a small flag when they come to greet you, quivering at the tip when joy gathers faster than breath, drawing a question mark when curiosity hovers in the doorway, flattening into still line when the world grows too loud. Even the pause between movements means something. They are fluent in silence, and we learn their verbs by feeling. Scent is the alphabet underneath. A cheek pressed to your hand, a shoulder brushed along your leg. The gentle thud of a forehead against your wrist. Each is a signature, a way of writing you into their map of safety. Furniture becomes a chorus of familiar notes. Door frames hold layered histories. The blanket remembers last evening's peace and offers it again. They do not own these places. They harmonize with them. Sound arrives last and softly. The meow we hear so often is almost never for other cats. It is a key fashioned for human locks, tuned to our sense of care, our instinct to answer. There are higher meows for greetings, rounded ones for hunger, barely there. Chirps for birds at the window, and the small questioning syllable they keep only for you. They learned our edges and made music that fits them. Watch how attention becomes touch without touching. They settle an arm's length away, then closer, then against you, not claiming only a lining. A paw rests where your pulse is strongest. Their breath finds your rhythm and edits it into something kinder. You feel the body beside you relinquish a weight you didn't know you carried. This is how trust sounds when it decides to hum. In that shared stillness, time dilates. They scan the room with ears that swivel like small compasses, choosing calm the way a river chooses its path. If a sound is sharp, they take one breath's space before reacting civility, learned from safety. Caution softened by home. They do not hurry to forgive the world, but they forgive it more often than we notice. The posture of rest is a philosophy. 4 paws tucked beneath the chest confidence. 1 paw extended consideration. Belly offered surrender that only arrives where love has lived. When the head tilts into your palm, you become a pillow. The mind trusts more than thought. They close their eyes, not to leave you, but because they know you will still be there when they open. There are small rituals that shape the day into kindness. Morning, a greeting at the ankle tail, drawn high like dawn itself. Noon, a window vigil, sunlight stitched into fur, the world's stories translated to whisker and scent. Evening, a return. the house becoming village again, the shared ceremony of finding the softest square of light on the floor. Night, the long hum, a low engine of peace, idling until all engines stop. Nothing grand, and yet everything necessary. If worry enters the room, they notice before you name it. They come without fanfare, arranging themselves against your breathing, laying one quiet paw over the part of your chest that tightens first. It is not remedy or cure. It is a vote for gentleness. You feel your thoughts widen their edges, rounded as if a shoreline had just received the tide. Trust is a two-direction river. There are days when they ask for distance, when solitude is the precise medicine the mind requests. You honor it, and the bond grows not thinner but clean. Then the circle completes. They return small weight placed where your attention lives. In the arithmetic of presence, addition often looks like less. They are teachers of boundaries drawn with kindness. They leave the room when it spills over with noise and return when your voice lowers to the temperature of evening. They do not negotiate with chaos. They step aside, let it pass, and bring back order by example. From them, we learn the gentlest form of no, the one that preserves yes for what matters. And when play arrives, light as dust in sunbeams, their seriousness becomes laughter in motion. The body remembers tall grass and low moon. The pounce is a poem about joy pretending to be a hunt. Afterward, the breath settles into longer lines, and the eyes soften with the exact gratitude that follows effort well spent. Even their rest feels earned, though they never try to prove it. The language of trust accumulates in tiny deposits. A nap taken with your name still on their whiskers. A biscuit-making rhythm kneading blanket and heartbeat into one fabric. A head tucked into the shelter of your elbow during thunder. Nothing spectacular, nothing for display, only the cabinetry of love built inside the walls of ordinary days. Later, the house lowers its voice. The cat steps onto the couch and chooses the place where your attention has been a warm dent in the cushion, a map pin for returning. They turn once, twice, and fold like a letter closed with care. The room learns their tempo and stays there. You do too, without effort, without plan, held by a grammar that speaks in breath and light. Some truths need no telling, that presence can be given without demand, that safety grows where respect is watered, that affection, when chosen freely, lasts longer than promise. You realize you've been answering their language for years, in bowls filled doors, open blankets kept in the way. You pause so they don't have to. Even now, the purr begins barely a thread. It catches in the fabric of the room, pulling the weave tighter, smoother, whole. You rest your hand nearby, not touching, and they lean that smallest distance to close the circuit. Two quiet systems synchronized by kindness, waiting for nothing but the next soft breath to arrive. Light lowers beyond the window. Outlines grow round. Somewhere a kettle clicks. Somewhere a book closes. The cat's whiskers settle into stillness, and their tail makes one last punctuation mark at the end of the day's sentence. The thought widens, becoming air. The air remains warm from the day that has just fallen away. Light turns gold, then honey, then the pale color of rest. The cat has not moved far, only enough to turn toward you, to find the shape of your stillness and fit inside it. Evening folds around you both like a loose blanket. No words cross the room. None are needed. The bond between you has never been written yet. It grows thread by thread through ordinary hours. It lives in the way you open a door without thinking, the way they glance toward that sound and step through, as if trust were gravity. It lives in the way their footsteps follow, not in pursuit, but in rhythm. When they rest near you, it is not ownership they seek. It is alignment. Two forms adjusting to one pulse. The breath you take becomes the one they keep. You shift, they shift. You dig, they purr. Between those sounds lies the smallest distance where affection chooses to stay. The cat's presence fills space without demanding it. They are a shape of calm that teaches you how to breathe slower. When thoughts circle too quickly, they climb into your lap as if catching them mid-flight. A soft paw presses the restless air down. The weight is gentle, deliberate, convincing the heart to loosen. Sometimes you watch them sleep and realize you are watching the purest form of safety. Their chest rises with such even trust that for a moment you forget how the world can break rhythm. Their dreams run along invisible paths, and each twitch of whisker tells a story you can almost remember. You guard that sleep without moving. It feels sacred to let peace remain untouched. Later, when they wake, they look at you as if confirming that the world has not changed while they were away. It hasn't. You were here, and that is enough. The gaze that follows carries no expectation, only recognition, a mirror that reflects calm back to its source. In that glance, something ancient stirs the understanding that companionship is not built on need, but on the comfort of shared silence. There are evenings when they leave your side, padding softly through the house to wander its edges. You hear the faint sound of claws against wood, the creak of floorboards adjusting to memory. You do not call out. Love, in its gentlest form, does not chase. It waits. And soon enough, a small shape returns to the quiet center of your world. Outside, the moon lifts over rooftops. Its light spills across the floor like water. The cat steps into that silver pool and lies down as if drinking the reflection itself. You watch from your chair, half awake, half drifting into the rhythm they bring. Every motion of their breathing rewrites the meaning of rest. In the hum of their purr, you hear echoes of your own day dissolving. The edges of thought soften plans, fade to outlines, and what remains is presence. They have always known how to end a day, not by closing it, but by letting it fall open into stillness. Perhaps this is the secret bond between species, to find in one another the reassurance that peace still exists. You give them shelter. They give you proof that calm can be alive. You feed them food. They feed you quiet. No promise was ever made, yet both sides keep the same vow without speaking. The night settles deeper. You lean back. They curl closer. Two lives orbiting the same small gravity breath warmth rhythm. Somewhere beyond the world continues to turn, but here nothing needs to move. The bond has already spoken all it knows, the thought slows stretching until it disappears into hush. The house has gone completely still. The clock no longer marks the hour, it only breathes. Through the open window, night air drifts in cool and slow, carrying the scent of rain that never fell. Somewhere beyond the quiet walls, the sky hums with a sound too low to name. The cat hears it and answers in kind, a vibration that begins deep within the chest, soft as water on glass. The purr is ancient. It rises and fades like tide against the shore. To the ear, it is sound, but to the body, it is touch. A low frequency of comfort, a language the heart recognizes before the mind can translate. Scientists call it a resonance between 25 and 150 hertz, the range where bones remember how to mend and muscles learn to rest. Perhaps that is why when a cat purrs near us, we breathe differently. The noise outside the body quiets. The noise inside, quieter still. No other creature speaks so gently about survival. When kittens are born blind and deaf, they find their mother by the rhythm of her purr, a beacon of warmth in a soundless world. Later, the same vibration lulls them into safety, a heartbeat larger than their own. Even grown cats call it forth in pain or fear, as if the act of creating calm could summon healing itself. And yet, they purr for joy too, for the pleasure of sun through fur, for the simplicity of a full belly and familiar scent. It is the same frequency, only shaded by feeling. Comfort, healing. Love, different notes of the same quiet chord. Every pulse of sound writes peace into air molecules. If you rest your hand upon their side, you can feel it travel through bone into skin. It does not demand attention. It simply includes you. You find yourself slowing to match it, your heart leaning toward the same tempo. This is how harmony begins, not in song, but in shared silence. Sometimes, late in the night, the cat purrs while half asleep, dreaming through the hum it makes. You wonder what world they visit. Then a field of sound, a river made of vibration. Maybe they drift through memories of all creatures that have rested a chorus of sleep murmuring beneath the stars. Maybe that is why the night feels rounder when they are near. The sound fills corners of the room you never noticed before. It turns air into fabric, time into warmth. It even seeps into you, into the parts that forget to soften, into the thoughts that clench. Each note presses gently against them until they unfold like petals finding morning again. The world outside continues. A car passes. A wind changes a tree, sighs. The cat does not stop. They hold the vibration steady, a metronome for stillness. If serenity had a frequency, it would be this. In some small way, the purr connects every living thing. The tremor of bees in flowers, the hum of the planet beneath our feet. It is all one long breath. Eventually, the sound fades, not ending, but dispersing, joining the larger hum that underlies everything. The cat stretches, arches the spine into a perfect curve of contentment, then folds back into rest. You sit there, feeling the silence afterward, a silence that is no longer empty, but full of what remains when calm has done its work. The moon has climbed higher, pouring silver through the window. The cat's fur gleams where light touches it, as if each hair held its own star. You realize you are listening to the quiet between purrs now, and that the quiet itself is music. Breath meets breath. Warmth meets warmth. Peace lingers like scent in the air, invisible but present, certain whole. The night does not ask for more. It holds both of you, the watcher and the dreamer, the learner and the teacher, in the same soft rhythm. And though you cannot name it, you feel the vibration still within your chest, a small echo of the lesson they have given. To heal, to rest, to hum softly into being. The vibration fades into the wider hush of night. The moonlight shifts, slow and patient, across the wall. Outside, a branch taps once against the window pane, then stills, as if the world itself were listening. The cat lifts its head, eyes half open, watching the air move. For a moment, the room feels older than time. They stand, stretch, and cross the threshold of shadow and light a small body wrapped in the texture of darkness. Every step is deliberate, each sound absorbed before it can echo. To follow them with your eyes is to learn how shadow breathes. In this hour, myths return. Every culture has whispered something to fill the silence around cats. Names, stories, reverence, fear. Long ago in Egypt, they were keepers of balance, eyes of Bastet, guardian of hearth and dream. The people believed that within each feline form lived a piece of divine stillness, a sliver of the moon made soft and alive. Temples glowed with oil lamps and painted eyes. Priests tended altars where cats slept their calm, mistaken for eternity. Far from those sands across the sea, another legend found them. In Japan, the Maneki Neko lifted one paw forever in invitation, a small promise that luck would find its way home. Porcelain or bronze, white or gold, each one waved without moving, as if blessing could be silent too. To this day, they watch from shop windows, half playful, half sacred, guarding the thin line between faith and charm. But not all tales were kind. In the narrow streets of Europe's dark centuries, fear needed a shape. Minds afraid of the unknown saw mystery and mistook it for menace. The night's companion became a witch's mirror, and superstition spread faster than understanding. Yet, through flame and fear, they survived their grace, unburned their silence, untamed. When reason returned, it found them waiting in doorways again, unchanged, unashamed, perfectly calm. In every age, they have remained themselves, soft-footed, solitary whole. Religion called them divine superstition, called them cursed art, called them muse, and they walked through each name without letting it stick. Perhaps that is their greatest magic, to belong to every world and none. Tonight, they move again through the house, pausing where your gaze rests. Their eyes, wide and amber, catch the reflection of your lamp and return it brighter. There is no spell here, no trick, only the physics of light and wonder. Still, it feels like something beyond science, this simple act of looking and being looked at. When they blink, the air changes. You are reminded of the stories, how they were said to see the unseen, to guard sleepers from shadows that did not belong to dreams. In that thought, comfort grows. You have felt it before, that sense that the darkness is watched, that something gentle stands between you and the endless unknown. The cat settles near the foot of your bed. No words, no promises, just the quiet certainty of presence. If ghosts of worry linger at the edges of thought, they fade under the weight of such calm. You close your eyes, but do not leave the moment entirely. You can still hear them breathing, a soft pattern that keeps the night balanced. There is wisdom in their indifference to mystery. They do not demand to understand the world. They simply coexist with it, accepting wonder as easily as warmth. They remind us that not all questions need answers. Some can remain as soft shapes in the dark companions rather than puzzles. And so the room becomes a kind of sanctuary, half illuminated, half dreaming. The air feels layered, part myth, part reality, all stillness. The cat opens one eye as if to make sure the night remains in place, then folds itself once more into silence. Nothing moves now except the faint rhythm of their tail drawing invisible circles on the quilt. A spell without words, a lullaby without sound. The longer you watch, the more the boundary between you blurs. You begin to feel what they must feel, the safety of darkness, the patience of time, the simple joy of being. Outside, the stars continue their unhurried paths. Inside, a smaller constellation curls at your feet, steady, glowing, alive. The myths were never wrong, only misunderstood. Some creatures do hold pieces of eternity, and they ask nothing of it but rest. The stars have climbed to their quietest height. Their light slips across the window, faint and silver as breath on glass. The cat lies in that pale beam, curved like a comma in the long sentence of night. Each rise and fall of its body marks the rhythm of calm. If peace could take shape, it would look like this fur, soft with starlight muscles loose as water eyes, half open, half dreaming. In the darkness, art was born from moments like these. Someone once watched a cat by candlelight and tried to paint the hush it made. The brush slowed, the air thickened, and silence found color. Another turned the same image into verse, each word a small imitation of their grace. The world has spent centuries trying to capture what cats live without trying. Poets wrote of them as mirrors of beauty, Baudelaire calling them the soul's reflection creatures whose gaze could untie the mind's knots. T.S. Eliot gave them stories and names, imagining their secret lives at midnight, their dignity mixed with mischief. Murakami let them wander through the pages of dreams, bridging the real and the impossible. Even Carol's Cheshire Cat, smiling as it vanished, taught us that presence can remain even after the form is gone. Painters followed the same whisper in oil and ink, in gold and charcoal. They drew fur that seemed to shimmer eyes that spoke of inner light. Every stroke was an act of listening. To paint a cat was to slow down enough to see the world as they do, not as a sequence of events, but as one continuous breath. Music found them too. In a quiet theater, a voice once sang, "Memory, a hymn to time," and tenderness to the lives we live between sun and shadow. Somewhere, a real cat might have been listening, tail flicking softly in approval. Other songs carried their spirit in lighter tones, the playful rhythm of the love cats, a tune about joy that never needed to shout. Even in laughter, they remain elegant. Films, stories, lullabies, each one a translation of their serenity. Yet none of them can hold the exact sound of paws on a wooden floor, or the way they turn their head toward you when the world grows too heavy. That is art no hand can copy. It exists only in real time, in the seconds between a sigh and a purr. Perhaps that is what artists have always chased, the fleeting balance of attention and ease. Cats live inside that balance, and we build monuments trying to follow. Their gift is not mystery, it is mastery of peace. Every gesture they make teaches proportion, how much space to leave around joy, how softly to speak when comfort is enough. You sit watching, and the room becomes its own gallery. Every tilt of their ear, every fold of fur is a painting that changes with breath. The candle trembles once, and the cat's eyes catch its flame. For a heartbeat, you see something divine, a small spark recognizing its reflection. Then the eyes close and divinity becomes sleep again. Outside, the city sleeps under a quilt of silver noise. Inside, only one sound remains, the hum of life refusing to hurry. The cat shifts sighs and nestles closer to warmth. In their stillness, you see the art that endures, not framed, not signed, but alive and breathing beside you. The night begins its slow descent toward dawn. Every shadow thins, every color turns from blue to gray, to the promise of gold. You realize the cat has been teaching all along that art and sleep, contemplation and rest are not separate acts, but one continuous rhythm. To create, to dream, to be still, each is only another way of listening. You close your eyes, and for a moment, you are part of that same composition. The cat exhales, so do you. The world drifts onward, unbroken, held together by quiet understanding. The night thins at its edges. Colors soften back into air, and the first pale light of morning gathers like mist on the floor. The cat stirs, sensing the change long before the rest of the world. Ears tilt, whiskers flicker, not in alarm, but as though the body were listening for dawn's first heartbeat. You follow their movement, with eyes still heavy from sleep, feeling the room return to the rhythm of waking. The cat rises, stretches each vertebra, unfolding like beads along a string of calm. The gesture is both instinct and art, a restoration of balance before the new day begins. They walk a slow circle, and in that simple motion is all the grace the world has ever needed. The house feels new again. Light finds familiar corners and turns them into places of peace. The cat jumps lightly onto the windowsills, settles in the spill of gold, and watches the city stretch itself awake. This too is their watch, guarding the threshold between sleep and day, between the private stillness of dreams and the public hum of hours to come. Outside, the world moves with purpose. Bicycles, footsteps, the rising hum of voices, but inside, everything holds a slower rhythm. The cat blinks at the sun and does not look away. Their calm is contagious. You feel it spreading quietly through you, like warmth through tea, like peace through breath. They are the guardian of this moment, not by will, but by being. In their stillness, you remember that life does not always ask for effort. It asks sometimes only for presence. To notice the light, to stay a little longer before standing, to be awake without hurrying. Soon, they will curl again, their day divided into pockets of rest and small, deliberate wanderings. They will trace the sunlight across the room as it shifts, following its slow migration from wall to wall, learning in their quiet way how to inhabit time without being chased by it. You think of how easily they accept what changes. Morning into noon, noon into dusk, light into dark, each transition as natural as breath. They do not resist the cycle, they embody it. Perhaps that is what it means to understand rest, not the absence of motion, but the rhythm of return. The day outside grows louder. The cat remains at the window, eyes bright, unbothered. The world spins faster, but here a smaller orbit holds steady. You, the room, the quiet, the low hum of existence that continues. Whether noticed or not, in the reflection of the glass, you see the cat and the sky together, earthbound grace beside infinite distance. It feels like balance made visible. And you know without words that they are teaching the same lesson they have always known, to be fully alive even in stillness. The cat turns once more, lays down and closes its eyes. The light washes over them, a gentle tide of morning gold. You watch, and something in you softens. The day can begin later. For now, there is nothing to fix, nothing to finish. Only this, a small creature resting the quiet pulse of the world around it, and the silent truth that peace was never far away. The breath you take next feels longer, the air lighter. In that simple act of noticing, you join them, both of you, part of the same quiet rhythm, guardians of each other's calm. The cat dreams again, and the universe folds a little closer, smaller, safer, perfectly at peace.